The Bernina 480 has the ability to adjust the foot pressure. Have you ever been sewing along and find that if it's really light, maybe even stretchy, it kind of comes out a little wavy? Some of the fabrics that you might sew on that are slippery, or even cotton, sometimes turn up the bottom layer is just a hair further past the top layer. And if you don't pin or really hold that, they kind of will shift. So sometimes it's nice to be able to adjust the pressure of the foot, because if the foot's not coming down as heavy and squishing the two apart, you can almost kind of come down and that foot's going to glide across the fabric, making it so it doesn't stretch out at the wrong time. So when you actually look at the little picture for the foot pressure, that's the third one down on screen, it's going to refer you to look at the side of the machine. So you can adjust pressure to be increased or decreased. So let me show you what we're talking about. So right here on the end of the machine, normal is going to be straight up and down. So if any little fingers have come to visit and have turned that, go ahead and return it back to straight up position. That's normal, all the way. Then you can notice that the picture gets a little skinnier this way and heavier this way. So when you go to a lighter pressure, you're going to be able to feel the foot is almost very loose. There's a lot less pressure coming down on that particular fabric. I have done that for knit fabrics, especially if I'm using like a twin needle and putting in that double row of stitching on the hem. I don't want my hem to be all wavy. That's going to give it a beautiful finish. They do talk about that if you need more pressure, sometimes with some heavier fabrics, they will say it is a good idea to increase the pressure of the foot, and that really makes it heavy. Oh my gosh, I can barely lift it. It has increased it. So that can help make sure all the layers get pulled together. I will tell you the truth, in all my years, I have really never needed to go higher pressure, but I'm sure there's going to be a day where I will need to, and I'll be very thankful for that particular setting. So when you're done, go ahead and turn it back. I have found people who do a lot of piecing for quilt fabrics, just that nice 2-layer cotton fabrics. You always usually pinned first and at the beginning and end, but if you actually find that place on the dial that makes it so the foot is not kind of pushing or smoothing those layers separated, you don't have to pin as much. That's something you can play around with, but pressure reduced for piecing, it's not a bad idea.